In 48 hours, the 44th president will be taking office. The inauguration speech, of course, is one of the most important doctrines a president can have, but how will Barack Obama do when he delivers it?
Joining us this morning to discuss is New York Daily News political columnist and host of the morning show on WWRL Radio, Errol Louis. Good to have you here, and CBS 2 blogger and syndicated political journalist, Steve Addubato. Gentlemen, good to see you this morning.
Look at them. They're looking so presidential.
Well, it's the inaugural weekend. We're ready.
Are you?
We're absolutely ready.
Where have you been?
Well, working on getting my tux steamed, pressed, and ready to go.
And we know where Bob Schieffer has been. He's been in Washington getting ready. Good morning to you, Bob.
Good morning.
Such an important day today and the days ahead, and how history will be made.
Yes, it really is. You know, I mean, Washington has never seen anything like this. And this is a place where history is made, where there's history around every corner. But we've never seen anything like what we anticipate here. They think there will be 10 times as many people here as were here for the last inauguration when George Bush took the oath for the second time. How will the city handle it? Just the logistics of it are mind-boggling. There may be as many as 1.5 million people on the mall alone, and then another 300,000 along the parade route. It's going to be so crowded here that if you watch the parade, you won't be able to get over and see the inauguration, and vice versa. How Washington gets through all this, there's great excitement here. Really something that we're all looking forward to, Mary.
And, Bob, I almost think I guess we shouldn't even be surprised at this point. When you described the process getting here over the course of 2 years, you said you've never seen anything like it. So I guess this is only fitting.
Yeah, isn't that the truth? The big ceremony, of course, is on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, Barack Obama comes head-on against reality, the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. He's got to figure out what to do about these wars that are going on around the world. Terrorism, the threat of terrorism is still as bad as it always was. Some would say even worse than when George Bush came to office. We're going to talk mostly about the economy and the problems there this morning on Face the Nation. We'll have Larry Summers, former president of Harvard, former Treasury Secretary under Bill Clinton. He will be the chairman of Barack Obama's Council of Economic Advisors, really the top advisor. We're going to see what he has to say about how Barack Obama is going to start to deal with all this.
Bob, thank you so much. We'll be hearing from you on Face the Nation later this morning. So much to talk about this morning.
Oh, it's going to be
so
good.
Thank you very much for spending some time to talk to us. But there's such high expectations for Barack Obama. New CBS News, New York Times poll showing 65% believe he will do a good or very good job as president. Pretty remarkable.
And I'll tell you what else is really striking to me is that people actually expect, 3 out of 4 people actually expect that their personal income will go up because Barack Obama is president, that the stock market will go up because Barack Obama will become president, and that unemployment will go down. I'm sitting there thinking he has to, in this speech, I mean, a great orator, great speaker, how the heck do you raise people's expectations, give them hope after where they've been for the last, 8 years, but at the same time tamp that down, because you can't deliver on that. No one can deliver on that, even Barack Obama.
And, Errol, we saw on the night that he won the presidency already a step he might go, okay, no, we're not going to do this overnight.
Right.
It's going to take a little time. Right. Yep. And I think you're going to hear that again, I would imagine.
I would think so. I looked through a bunch of the old inaugural speeches. The one I think that he'll most try to model himself on will be the 1933 FDR speech. 4 lines into the speech. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. And later in that speech, he tries to enlist the entire nation in a war essentially against poverty, against despair, against enemies overseas. I think you'll see one part that, and then one part Kennedy, 1961. The torch has been passed to a new generation, and getting back to those themes that brought him to the presidency, the excitement, the change, the hope.
But here's the other problem, the hope, the change. Obama has to also ask people to sacrifice. He has, listen, let's just cut to the chase. At some point, Obama's going to have to talk about the fact that raising taxes at some point is going to have to be real. You can't keep bailing out industry after industry and still talk about the fact that we have a free marketplace, a capitalist system. Sooner or later, somebody's got to pay the bill for that, or our children's children are going to have to pay for that. That's not the message he wants to send. I'm from Washington. I'm here to bail you out. But I'll tell you what, a lot of people expect that. And Obama's got to figure out how to say, we have to pay that bill sooner or later. That's That's not a very inspiring message, but it's a very realistic one, especially if you want to be fiscally responsible.
Well, you know, in the short term, very much like what you said is true, that you've got to get inside people's heads and get them to spend and to believe that this can happen. I mean, one of the key numbers that indicates that we're heading into a deep recession is that consumer confidence is at its lowest point since they started recording these numbers. What that means is nobody wants to make the first move. You know, the car dealer wants to sell a car, the lender wants to make a loan, the buyer needs the car, but nobody wants to go out there and make the transaction happen.
Sure. And Obama says go ahead and spend?
Well, Obama
do they
says,
spend that money? Do they spend that money?
Obama says to all of them, let's do this together. Right. All of us take a chance together. The loan will get repaid. The car will get used. You'll get a job someday.
But those are high expectations and a big commitment.
On that note, we're out of time, gentlemen, but thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning. Steve, Errol, good to see you.
Great to be here.
Good guys. Happy New Year.
Thank you.
We'll see you
Same
then.
to you guys.
Yep, heading out in a couple hours.
All right, wonderful. Nice. And remember, you can catch Bob Schieffer and Face the Nation later this morning. Good to have you here, Bob. It's good to see you. We'll see you at 10:30.
Don't forget, 11 o'clock, Spirited Debate with John McLaughlin and the McLaughlin Group. That's right here on CBS 2. And, of course, CBS is your ticket for all of things political and all the inaugural celebrations. In fact, Errol offered us his room. We could crash with him down there.
For a small fee.
It'll be a party.
His wife has no idea. It's between 5:30 and 6:30.
And, of course, you can watch all of the festivities on our website, WCBSTV.com.